knowledge where to send its adoration, will receive the true light through the universal manifestation of the pure doctrine of Lucifer, brought finally out into the public view. A manifestation will result from a general reactionary movement, which will follow the destruction of Christianity and atheism, both conquered and exterminated at the same time. In this passage, Albert openly admits that the Freemasons are working against the church and atheism as they're trying to establish the worship of Lucifer. This is what the principles of the New World Order is, establishing a one-world government ruled by the ideologies of Lucifer. He openly admits that they must orchestrate a social catalysm to bring in the worship of Lucifer. This is in Albert Pike's book that the Masons love so much. How do they even try to deny that Masonry is satanic? One of the
Okay, so I want to go back here to this part.
He also explains the principles of duality in Masonry. Good cannot exist without evil, which is not true, as everything God has created was good. The devil is who.
So I replayed that part because that's the reason they have the checkerboard floors. In all of the lodges, in the Masonic lodges, you know, notice that they have checkerboard, black and white checkerboard floors. What they're saying, everything is symbolic. Obviously, we know that, right? And so you know, it represents a dual nature,
Not
right?
true, as
And biblically, when we go back to the book of Genesis, we know that means, you know, the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, right? And God told us, or told Adam and Eve, not to eat from the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, because you would surely die, right? So there was a knowledge that God was veiling, you know, and he did not want them to partake of that, because, you know, it would corrupt them and they would spiritually die. And indeed they did. But now, you know, now we can see that witchcraft and the occult, like I was saying last night in last night's video, when I was talking about demonic hierarchy, and so on, now we can see of a surety that these are serpentine spirits. These are serpentine spirits. Whenever you dabble in witchcraft and in the occult, you are releasing a python spirit on yourself. You are releasing a serpentine spirit on yourself. And we know that ultimately Leviathan is the head of that, right? So that's what they're doing. And they're twisting everything. Like this man of God said, they flip everything. Welcome, wild animus. He said they flip everything, and then he said Adonai.